Hey, Sanas, thanks so much for the 53 months. Appreciate the tier 2, as always. Thank you, man. Welcome everyone. I am back with another NIKKÉ stream. We decided to leave 2 chapters today to do, and we're going to be resuming the Christmas event, but it also means, since it's only 2 chapters, it's not going to be a long stream for NIKKÉ, I imagine. So that leaves us with a couple of options. We can definitely find something else to do after to occupy our time. Just gonna kind of play it by ear. If you guys have any suggestions, you're welcome to let me know as well. I was gonna maybe, I don't know, like maybe resume the Prince of Persia game, but also I have like work tomorrow, so I probably can't stay the entire night to play it anyway. Yeah, I'm working weekends, man. It's gonna be probably not the longest stream. But yeah, welcome in. Super Dude, welcome. Synapse, welcome. Let me see if I can jump into the event. Yeah, back from yesterday's polls, man. Yeah, yesterday's polls were pretty nightmarish. But, oh, hang on. I got a feed. There we go. Yeah, yesterday's polls were pretty nightmarish, but we did get at least 1 copy of Ludmilla and 1 copy of X-Maiden.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
I don't think this happened on stream. No, it didn't. I actually got a very, very cool character off stream as well. Let me see if I can pull her up.
A frigid world.
I'm gonna do the challenge first,
one
maybe.
Of foreboding and desolation. I can feel
Hey, Mustang.
the call of fate.
Yeah, so I was buying the pass yesterday for Vesti and Volume to get their costumes. And while I was doing those pulls that I got from like the blue tickets, I actually got a copy of oh god, I should probably sort it. Got a copy of Scarlet. Right here. There she is.
Who shall be the next to
So
fall under
this was
my
like
blade?
the last member of Pioneer that I needed to get still. And really, really happy because she's a really good character in PvP. And although she's kind of been, I would say, she's been power creeped by other characters at this point, as far as electric goes. Still a pretty cool unit to have for electric raids. So I'm with it. 1 copy of Scarlet is finally here. This is like the reason I got into NIKKÉ in the beginning, was like seeing this character attack. Because everyone else is hitting with guns, and then she's just kind of doing this.
You are out of harm's way.
It's so sick.
Fleeting as it may be.
Gameplay mechanics wise, she actually functions as an assault rifle. But it's just Scarlet slashing so quickly. Whoops, wrong burst. No, I should have done the other burst. We could retry it. We could retry it. We gotta see the animation. Yeah, she's doing quick draw slashes so quickly that it actually fires as fast as an assault rifle. Yo! The screen is so funny when there's like effects happening that block everything. I think this is like the only boss stage where they actually play with the camera in such a way. Like they should do it more. There are some boss fights in the earlier part of NIKKÉ, like Gravedigger and that one that I feel are a lot more interesting to look at. Quick draw! Quick draw, so sick.
One of foreboding and desolation.
Wait, there's an item around here somewhere. Where is it? I think it's here.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Actually, quite a few items that we have to look for today.
One of foreboding and desolation.
There's 2 more? I think I saw one over here.
On our adventure, partner?
Oh. Right here.
Feel it. The call
This is like a nightmare to look for. It's like looking for these shiny objects on top of the snow. Start of adventure. Yeah, this is nice. Sorry, I went quiet because I was having to listen, but it's hitting that RPG village vibe. You know? The first town you enter in an RPG. And overall, the soundtracks for this event have been incredible.
A frigid world.
Between just the main event music and also the minigame as well.
Partner? I can feel it. The call of fate.
Alright, cool.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure?
Let's go resume the last 2 story missions and figure it out from there. So last time, we had recruited 2 party members. Vesti kind of got recruited as like a tag-along character. And Volume got recruited because we need a musician to play the FLUTE. I mean the Nikke flute for us. Don't sue us, Nintendo. So that we could wake up Frima. Frima's kind of guarding a legendary sword at the moment, and we need to grasp it from her hands. Yeah, the slumbering sword. Kobayashi, welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh wait, we have Christmas Maiden now, so we can totally use her.
Are you asking me to
Holy smokes. Look at that. The stat boost is insane. Could do, I don't know if we have another B2 character that fits inside this lore. Yeah, is there a B2 character that was featured in this event? Polly is one, but she's a cop. She's a cop and we can't adventure with her. I guess Novel was an option?
Need my sleeping skills?
Yeah, maybe Novel. Unwa as well.
I can't defy orders, can I?
I'll go Novel.
Need my sleeping skills?
Novel's a bit of a fun one that I don't get to see too often, so I'm gonna use her. Yeah, we're gonna keep Unwa at the shop. She needs to manage the blacksmith shop.
My fantasies have finally become reality.
You took the aggro roll for a second. Let me recharge my mana.
Drop the beat! Eureka!
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
A decimating blow.
That's the first time I've seen that animation.
So all I have to do is kill them all?
So apparently, they patched out Maiden's tongue. I don't know if you guys remember from the previous streams, but Maiden, whenever she talked, you could like see like a weird green pattern on her tongue. I guess they took that out for some reason. They took it out of like the dialogue scenes and also the burst animation apparently. Yeah, it was like the Kododama like scan bar thing. I don't know. I kind of liked it, but I can also see why they took it out. Because if you're playing this on like a mobile device, like a really small screen, it probably just looks like a weird marking, right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is still in her burst. I saw it a little bit there.
You said this was going to be a magnificent stage.
Did they just remove it from the dialogue scenes then?
And you've got me performing in front of a boulder?
I only read the patch notes. Volume, please. Just this once.
Fine.
But in exchange, you all have to be my managers for my next performance.
Oh, is
Understand?
that the trade-off? So I have to be the manager in this world as well? Okay, deal.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
A new addition to the party approaches Frima and plays the flute.
So that's how it happens. The last time, like, at the end of last chapter, Volume just joins. It just gives you a message saying she joins, but it doesn't actually show how. Frima is snoring happily. Huh? Frima opens her eyes.
I can't believe it. She actually woke up.
The Poke Flute. I mean the Nikke flute. Yo! A wild Frima has appeared.
Hey, disturb sleep?
We're gonna get sued so hard.
You die.
Nintendo lawyers are already on their way.
You wish to test me? I'll take it from here, everyone.
Alright, she's all yours.
So it's a challenge then. Come at me, Frima.
We're gonna fight her?
Your orders, partner?
Oh shit! Wait, this is sick. I will open the bag. Is there anything in the bag? There's some leftover food from what Guillotine ate yesterday. I'll pretend that I didn't notice Guillotine's attempt to hide this from Maiden. For now, let's focus on the battle. Go, Guillotine! Shroud of Darkness! Sounds more like something she would use. See, Guillotine is surrounded by a black aura. Guillotine feels happy.
Wanna see what I can do? Well, wait no longer. Come, one-winged Dark Lord, Dragon of the Deep.
Ayo! Wait, that's...
Black smoke flows from Guillotine's right eye, which soon transforms into the shape of a dragon and surges forth, impaling Frima.
What the fuck?
Pain.
Pain.
You're good. Inherit Hero's Sword.
Frima, the chillest Nikke.
Congrats.
Eepiest Nikke. The hardest worker. Obtained the Hero's Sword.
Back to sleep.
Yeah, of course.
Guillotine, your eye!
She would be a Snorlax reference, chat. Also, hey, what's up,
Didn't I
Sherlock?
tell you?
Welcome back.
If I use the lethal eye, the firepower is immense.
Guillotine?
For the second time since coming to this world, the effort of using the power sealed within her eye has caused Guillotine to faint.
Yeah, that happened before, too. One-winged Dark Lord has been awakened. All willpower is temporarily lost. Guillotine, are you okay?
Step back, Commander. Something's wrong.
Orders. All irregulars must be defeated.
Huh?
Ice barrier.
Guillotine swings her sword, but it is blocked by an ice barrier formed by Maiden.
Commander, I can't hold out for too long. Get behind me.
Guillotine.
Commander!
Irregulars must all...
I think she's fainted again. Are you okay?
I'm surprised she got up at all. Yeah, thanks to you. How about Guillotine? Is she alright?
That's your decision to make, Commander. It's up to you to determine whether Guillotine is an irregular or not.
What do you guys think? What's your read on her behavior right now? Earlier, she seemed like kind of... She seemed like kind of maybe like her objective was to kill all the irregulars, but I feel like normal Guillotine isn't like that. Like she wouldn't be all gung-ho about it.
No matter what.
But she's not
decision you
killing
make,
humans, right? She's not turning against humans or anything.
The most important thing now is to keep Guillotine from using her power.
It's a little ominous. Every time she uses that power, she knocks out. But also, it's like we don't know if that's causing any side effects, right? Well, she should have a sword now. Maybe the sword will be something she can use in the meantime. Yeah, it's all fun and games if there's that backstory, right? We don't know what's up with Guillotine. Ultimately, like, that's the whole reason we're here. Is to pursue the mystery of whether or not she has been corrupted. What's good, Krusty Crew? What's good, Glitch? Welcome in. I don't have much story today. Like, we're about to finish it pretty soon. There's only 2 scenes to watch, but yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out. Hopefully, do what we can. Maybe switch games later. Let's see, Maiden, it's time to change shifts.
As a member of the Extrinsic Squad, it is my duty to remain objective and distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me.
Maiden?
Hmm?
It's time to change shifts.
Is it already? Is Guillotine awake?
Not yet. Where are Vesti and Volume?
I sent them back. They'll be back tomorrow morning. Well, I better get going.
Wait. I have a question.
What is it?
When we entered the simulation, you said something about us enjoying this for the last time.
I did.
I wanted to know what you meant by that.
I wasn't really hinting at anything. I meant it literally. This is the last mission in which I'll be taking part with you, Commander.
Wait, what? What? What are you talking about?
I made a promise to Ingrid. Once this mission is over, I'll undergo a memory wipe.
Oh no! Wait, why? What?
Oh, don't misunderstand. I'm the one who requested it.
Yeah, because it's not... What? But why?
Right now, I don't belong anywhere. I can't carry out any missions as extrinsic, nor can I enjoy gaming anymore. That's why I decided to get my memory wiped. Hey, don't worry about it too much. I left traces of myself here and there. First of all, I made sure to take the top spot in all the games I'm playing.
Maiden, I have something to tell you. What?
Stay here. I'll go see what's happening.
Okay, so... What? Oh, it makes sense they're part of the Big O. We got Sakura, Moran, and maybe,
The path
maybe
to the village
Rosanna?
has been cleared.
Bienjoué, Sakura.
But yeah, what the hell's going on, right?
Now then, my queen. Bring all those who call themselves
Why is Maiden
heroes
suddenly
to me.
requesting that she undergo a mind switch and lose all of her memories? Was this decision brought about before the guillotine thing happened? Or was it after?
Dead or alive?
Of course. It doesn't matter.
Excellent. I love not having to worry about the details. Come, let's go hunting.
Right now we gotta deal with Underground
We'll go as
Queen.
well. Let's show them the power of the Big O.
Let's go.
Magnifique! Tonight will be a long, long night indeed. From now on, it's our time.
Entertainment! Ice Dragon Saga to be continued. Aw, man! We didn't get nothing today! I mean, we got a lot, but holy crap, what a cliffhanger. One of the 4 Heavenly Kings, Mustang, has invaded the town. Aw, man! We gotta wait a week now to find out what happened. The thing is, she requested
I
it.
can
It's not
feel
like
it. The
like she
call
has a
of
gun
fate.
pointed to her head. That's the weird part. it's something that she wants, so it's like, who are any of us to say anything about it? Like, all we gotta do is
Are you proud of me?
talk to her and ask if that's what she really wants to do.
Off on our adventure, partner?
I don't know. Ross is really just out there. I think for this event, they made her like thicker than usual. Maiden's got the extra thickness. Hope nothing happened.
Feel it. The call of fate.
Yeah, and it's not like Maiden doesn't have friends, right? She actually has a group of friends now that play games with her.
A frigid world. One of
So like, what brought about this lonely feeling? Yeah, I guess we'll find out next week. Tots hit the Squidward button, press face 1.
A frigid world.
Always looking for
One
more
of
more
foreboding
emote
and
ideas for
desolation.
sure. I think it's maybe because of the guillotine during the event. Did I unlock any new characters in the minigame? I think those unlock next week as well. So those aren't available yet either. Yeah, we're locked in this battle pass until we do story 2, I guess.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Let me double check. Yeah, so this unlocks after 12/11, which is gonna be on next Wednesday. Yeah, still at the top. So I got top with volume actually. A lot of people in this ladder have been playing Guillotine, but I think they're starting to warm up to volume. I'm gonna try getting top of Gilly.
The soul of destiny is calling me to the Demon Lord's castle once again. Termination!
I really like Guillotine's playstyle. It's just she has like a weakness when it comes to water sections. She can kind of put herself in an RNG situation, right? Ooh. It's kind of sketch. Or just wait. No lasers, please. She seems great early, at least. Yeah, she's like... Her ability to clear space is such a clutch thing. I think she can create safe zones for herself easily. The problem is, those safe zones aren't always available based on whatever terrain you're going through. I'm gonna wait for my skill to go up. Yeah, just in case something like that happens. Alright, we got scary section. Yeah, like right there, right? If that laser had aimed at me, I couldn't have done anything about that. I just happened to get lucky that it was aiming on the right side. I want to get this for sure. I think that's the safer way to get these chests, is instead of getting through them from the bottom, just slash them from the side, and it does like the same thing, right? It's like a lot safer. It's getting kind of spicy. A little bit scary. That whole section right there is kind of spooky. But there is a fireball up ahead of us. I don't know if that's worth going for. It's a little risky. Yeah, fuck. I shouldn't have gone for it. That was not worth. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I miss Ulwa. That was like a 50,000? Almost 50,000. Shit. Nah, that was on me though. I feel like it's those little decisions right there. Like, do you let the coin go or do you try to get all of them? Because it could bite you in the ass. No, cooperate time is still available. I don't know if we'll be able to get 5 though. Are you available to do cooperate right now, Phil? The only thing with me is like, I don't have any, oh, I'm bad. I don't have any, wind units, so I wonder if we should just attack it with our strongest characters. Just like, fuck it, like here's a Cinderella, right? You don't have a non-drunk Scarlet build? She's not built now, so I don't think she would hit very hard. I want to work on her after, like, the events die down, but it's really hard to find an opportunity when I'm still trying to, like, build towards a, like a treasure Exia. I might get a treasure Exia in this event. Like, I'm gonna try to do it. Just to get something started. I wonder if that's wise, though. It's always hard to say. Extermination! You don't have an exit? Wait, really? Not even one copy? Well, she's not the highest priority unit, that's for sure. Like, pretty much you just use her strictly for raids, right? She's electric team only. It's a very, very large investment on any treasure character. One, two. I would like a treasure character in general, because I always like the artwork that comes with them. Use them as like a lobby background. It's actually been one complaint from fans is that they haven't released any treasure units since they originally announced them. I guess they did Viper. Viper got a treasure, but that's it. That was like in September or some shit, right? Oh, I hate this. Too hectic. Why is there so much shit? Yeah, it's a little insane. Oh, I almost got hit for the fucking fireball. I gotta be careful about this. I was sneaking off on the side and there's like no indicator that that's gonna happen. You just have to wait, look ahead of time. It's real Frogger hours. Yeah, at least with these like saw blades, you can like see them coming, right? Oh fuck, I might be cooked, I might be cooked. No! Oh! Holy shit. Stop. As long as I have 2 blocks, I'm chill. Wait, I'm bad, what the hell? I went too early, shit! We got hit for no reason. We shouldn't have done that. Oh, that sucks. That's unfortunate. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More logs? No! Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we didn't even break 50,000. It's hard, man. It is definitely, Like after 40,000, it kind of gets insane. Tatsubling Nikke might be the era of peak. Hey, what's up, MHU? I've actually been playing it for a while. Well, since 1.5 anniversary. But I've been really liking Nikke. Probably one of my favorite gaming experiences this year. I think the writing is very good. The gameplay is pretty good. Comes from like an artist is like directing the thing, and I really respected his art growing up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Nikke dailies. I don't know if there's anything else to do outside of the co-op raid. Let me see here. Did I do my my LI pass yet? Nice, nice. Yeah, so let me look at how many resources I have for Treasure Exia. So I wonder if it's enough. Where's Exia? Where's Exia? Right here. Sitting on 245 blues, 102 purples, and then 69 reds. They will give us more of these when solo raid drops, but I wonder if it's enough. Might be cutting it close, I'm not sure. You gotta catch up on this story, you're super behind. Do you remember how far you played? Do you remember which chapter? It's confusing to me because I started this year, right? And I'm caught up in the story now. But sometimes I'll look at my friends list, or I'll look at other players in like my PvP bracket and look at their like progression. And a lot of times like they are actually behind me in progression. Like a super high level account, right? Yeah, like this player hasn't beaten Behemoth yet. They also don't really do hard campaign or tower. It's like everyone enjoys Nikke differently, right? Some people just log in and do their dailies, and they don't do much past that. Chapter 14. Okay, yeah, I know where that's at. Hey, what's up, Kango? Kango, do you want to do co-op raid? I'm trying to find people to co-op raid with, but I don't know if we have enough to get like 5. Dun. Right now, I am somehow still in the 10%. That's surprising. Because I think last time when we ranked, I was like 9.85% or something like that. Sure, might as well. Yeah, I'm down if you're down, if you need to do it. Or 8.91%. I guess we didn't do too terribly. So this would only be for security. This would be to get like 500 more points guaranteed. Maybe people just don't have as many good win units. I know I don't. Been slacking a little bit because finals week is here, and I messed up and forgot to turn in one assignment too. Whoa! Did they let you turn it in late? Or are you like... Are you unable to finish that assignment now? Just partial, so it's fine. Yeah, dude, I remember stressing out so much when I was in school doing classes and stuff, and juggling between so many different assignments. It's really easy to forget stuff like that. And then you get that panic that happens when you finally remember, right? Like that's one thing I don't miss about school at all, is the feeling of panic and anxiety over having like an upcoming test or exam, and it's like if you fuck it up, then you have to like retake the whole thing over, and it's gonna cost you a lot of money. It's just not fun, man. School is not fun. Can we start a party? I'm gonna start a party. Wait, where do I even get the party code? Where is party code obtained? Trying to make some progress on Porgy. And you have a, yeah, Porgy? The Porgmeister? Where do you guys get the code again? I forgot where the code appears. Is it only available after you click oh yeah, that's the code right there in chat. U23579RB. Yeah, what is this? You probably level up a wind unit real quick. I don't think we need to get one necessarily if we just like bring solid units. Because in all the runs I've done, like I've never had a fully invested team anyway. But I still managed to rank pretty high. I don't know if my units are any help. What units do you have? Do you have like a crown, leader? Like we can play it by ear. It's a shame you can't view your character selection screen on this menu. Because then we'd be able to plan something. Extremely strong Joro. You got a crown and leader, and they're like invested. They have like level 10 skills. Is we want to make sure that our buffers are maxed out if possible. That's gonna let us do the most damage as we can. And if we have higher level accounts in this group, they should probably use their attackers instead. Because those attackers are probably better. But yeah, it just kind of depends. For my side, the attackers I have have Red Hood and Cinderella are probably my two strongest. Your leader's all 7 skill wise. What about your crown? You have a bunch of characters, so it's fine. Got a 10-10-10 leader if you need me to fall back onto that. I think we should try to get Kengo on an attacker if we can. Yeah, because I think we're good on the supports. Like, both me and Fail have leaders and crowns that are invested in. So we could easily play those units if necessary. The one thing we don't have is, like, we don't have a Scarlet Black Shadow that's cracked out, right? Or even, I feel like Sakura would do decent on this raid as well, like Summer Sakura. Because it does have breakable parts. Just I don't know if those breakable parts come up enough. Maybe I should level up that Scarlet. It's up to you. I don't want you to like invest in a unit just for like the co-op raid if you don't want to. Well, let's try it. Maybe we can just queue up and see what happens. Give it a go. See what other people are playing. Alright, we got a Red Hood. What do you want to do, Phil? Alright, we apparently have a Dorothy. How was Nikke this week? Nikke was crazy good this week. Nikke was crazy good. How's Zoro with Cindy anyway? Is that any good? Oh, your Scarlet might be better than whatever I was gonna go for. You want to do that then? Her old lines are eh. Yeah, we could try it. It probably won't be bad. The only thing about this boss is we want to make sure to take out that core, or else it's gonna laser us and like fuck up the run. It's like a damage check, right? Also, Animal Farm, if you need to jump into this co-op raid, let us know. We can definitely sneak you in here. Yeah, the event though ended at an interesting spot. I'm kind of like wondering what the hell. At first I was worried about guillotine, but now I'm worried about Maiden. Right? Oh no! Kengo, don't burst. Let Crown burst in this comp. Naga shouldn't be bursting.
Everything's superfluous if we stand under the light of the kingdom. All shall kneel. I'll take lead. Everyone follow me and attack.
Damage seems okay so far. Man, I really want a copy of Doro. Also, our Red Hood's not here, I just realized. Our Red Hood is not here. Kengo, stop bursting! After we talked about replica glass shoes earlier, I realized I was drunk and had put Naga on the team over Crown. Oh, really? You just didn't even have the right team? This is an AFK, I think. I don't know if this is the run, because our Red Hood's not even here. Yeah, our Red Hood's doing fuck all. It's kind of the problem with co-op raid. Like, design-wise, it is pairing you up with strangers that might not even want to participate, but they're doing it because it's part of the dailies, right?
Everything's superfluous if we stand under the light of the kingdom.
Need to go full electric? Yeah, Naga's electric is actually pretty good for breaking QTEs. If only we had a Red Hood. Like normally, I just AFK in these situations when I see like one person on the team isn't playing. It's like, why bother?
Everything's superfluous if we stand from under the
Because you're probably not going to break the score. Yeah, we could get Animal Farm in here to replace the Red Hood. I want to do that, Animal Farm. I think the extra curse thing about co-op raid going forward is that there's zero way to line up people so that stuff like Rouge and Floor is box hit correctly. Yeah, that's like a very that's a very big issue as well. You can't queue for a specific position. And even when I play Crown, like if I play Crown, it's actually better that I'm in position 1 or 2. Or else it kind of fucks up her damage buffs.
Everything's superfluous if we stand
Just the way heals are ordered. Every time they heal someone on the team, they usually aim at the leftmost character. Yeah, there's like a chance here that like Naga might be stealing our buffs, right? Or stealing the heals.
Your king has won another victory.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, we could try that again. But yeah, Kengo, you shouldn't burst with Naga on a Crown Naga comp, because her skills are gonna activate automatically anyway. Crown gets way more benefit. Where's my phone? Phone. Oh shit, let me get the code for you. In case... Wait, did the code change? Oh, it did change. It's weird. I guess it changes after you restart. Are these stickers available anywhere else? Can you find them online? I want this angry rappy. Dun, 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 dun. 1 second, moving pants just got off work. Welcome home. Hope work was good. Yeah, I'm trying to hit up the theater this weekend. Is there anything playing in the theaters? Y2K? Wait! Isn't Y2K interesting? There's that one horror movie, right? It's a horror movie taking place in Y2K and all the machines are like going nuts. There's nothing playing in the theater for you? Oh, Werewolves is playing! Werewolves... Solo Leveling... Reawakening? Y2K is playing. I'm gonna look up Y2K and Werewolves and see how those are doing. Werewolves seems like the type of film made by someone who really likes horror movies. And that could be good or bad. Like I could probably enjoy it, but maybe not everyone can. Y2K. Yeah, let's get Animal Farm. There's not enough reviews for either of them, to be honest. Yeah. There's also another film called Get Away. I don't really know anything about that one, though. Y2K I was somewhat interested in, but then the reviews came out and it's kind of in the middle of the road. Oh, that sucks. It's not that great. It's actually more comedy than horror. The line is thin sometimes between the two. The Order, Cops and Robbers movie. The Order? You might go see it. The Order. I don't know if I've seen trailers for that one yet. Did you want to go Crown Animal Farm? Perhaps. And I can go Naga. Maybe maybe Fail, you can use Scarlet Black Shadow. Jude Law's in it? Wait, who's Jude Law? It's based on a true story? Yeah, we could try this comp. It seems decent. Fail's SPS is better than mine. Yeah, apparently they have the skills invested, but not the OLs. Which, for our purposes, might be enough. We'll see. Oh wait, Order's playing for me too. Yeah, the Order. It's a series of bank robberies? Whoa. Hang on, hang on. Is it time for the Order? I can't go Animal Farm was going DPS. I think it's fine for Animal Farm to go Crown if he's on the left. He's in position 1. Okay, we have no problem taking down the core. We also have a partner who is not AFK. That's nice.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
My blade shall render all asunder. The uniform is so comfortable. Down with those who would threaten the
Get that core, get that core.
Your eyes
Nice.
on what a suit can do.
Quick with it. I don't know if our damage is amazing though. I feel like damage might be a little lacking.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
When you're lost, look to this left.
Focus our attack.
Yeah, because we're at the halfway mark and we're only doing like 80k. Or sorry, 80 million.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Now we must focus our attack.
I'll probably watch that tomorrow then. It seems like an enjoyable movie.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
When you're lost, look to this left.
Now we must focus our attack.
Maybe this is someone who just pulled Ludmilla, like me. Just got her yesterday or whatever.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Like pulling the unit is not enough in
Render all
Nikke.
asunder.
Because after you pull them, you gotta worry about investing in them, and that takes so long.
Just a moment. Gotta reload real quick. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
When you're lost, look to this left.
Damage is getting higher. We might be fine. I'm not sure. Seconds.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Poor Fail has to play Manual Scarlet. He has to fucking Manual Scarlet Black Shadow. That's the problem. Okay, so I did beat my old high score. This is actually a decent score, all things considered.
This is pretty close.
250 million.
Down
Yeah,
with
one
those
last hit
who would
in.
threaten the kingdom.
When you're lost,
Nice.
look to this left.
Now we must focus our attack.
Oh, it's not bad. You guys happy with that?
That concludes.
Yeah,
today's
251
lesson.
million. Fail carried. For sure. I think the Ludmilla just pulled Ludmilla because I almost did as much damage as her. Naga almost beat the DPS. Having a Ludmilla was definitely to our detriment. Yeah. Oh, we'll never get first. No way. That's not happening. Check your rank right now. See what it is. It's like you should be safely in the top 10. 8.99? Wait, that's me though. Wait, that's just me. What about you guys? I must have gotten this score at some other point. Jesus. We could do it again, if you guys want. Whoops. My bad. DDoS everyone above us? How do I make this again? Create a party. Well, it's up to you guys. Because I don't know what your scores are. Scarlet's really annoying to play manually. Because you have to like basically do a bunch of just frames. You got 8.04. Nice. It's not bad. That seems like a safe place to not have to worry about it. We DDoSing people in chat on us. No, Red Shoe, stop! That's just your corruption speaking. Intrusive corruption thoughts. Could do Alice and hurt my hands. Alice SBS might be the play. Do you want to do that? Because Alice will buff Scarlet Black Shadow. They're like best friends, right? Yeah, we could get an Alice in here. Mine is not up for grabs though. My Alice is really bad, so it's gonna have to be one of you guys. Alright, we have a crown. I'm assuming that crown is invested because their skill level is really high. Need an SBS? I think Fail uses SBS, right? And then I think Animal Farm should be using maybe Leader instead? Wait, do you have a Leader, Animal Farm? If it's not invested, then maybe your Leader sucks. I'll go Leader, you go Naga. If you have a Naga. I don't know if you do. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is a mess. We scrambled a team together at the last second. Well, the problem is we have to like fill based on whatever the person playing does, right? Like the person we're paired with, and then they pick crowns, so we needed a Leader, we needed a Naga, and then we needed a Alice and Scarlet. Guess we'll see how it goes. Oh no, the crown! They're not bursting! Oh no. They're not in this to win this. Having some trouble breaking that wing. Might be able to get 300 million, approximately, if we continue playing like this. And don't fuck up the QTEs. Maybe. That's assuming nothing goes wrong. Nice. Like, as long as we take out the core, we should be safe. I really like the idea of co-op raid, but it is kind of jank that it kind of plays like a separate version of Nikke that doesn't exist. Like, there's a lot of features that aren't there. You can't do auto battle. You can't take cover manually using spacebar. You like, there's all these weird things that they took away. I think you can take cover still if you stop shooting though. And it still counts as cover.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Okay, okay.
You're rather
20 seconds on the clock. Oh no, we're fucked. We goofed
down
it.
with those who would threaten the kingdom.
This is our first laser though. Yeah, so it didn't set us back too much, but it definitely slowed us down a little bit. It's not a big deal. Not gonna make it. Yeah, 334? How you feel about 334, chat?
Today's lesson.
Wow, wow, wow. Tapping furiously. Yeah. I damaged the crown. Oh geez, you did. How? Leader? Leader over crown? It's up to you guys. I might be safe. I'm not sure about you guys though. I might be in the top 10%. You have to exit the lobby and then enter again. There's no way to check it from here, I don't think. Yeah, you have to like leave and then hit ranking lists. It's 400 broken cores? Yeah. Depends on how much you care about 400 broken cores, right? Depends on how much you care about squeezing it. It's the principle, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are good, I'm good too. We could call it. So I figure out why my tap fire doesn't go off sometimes. Also, thanks guys. I don't think we beat our old score, but oh well. Maybe there's that one moment where the laser hit us. How long was that? That was an hour stream for Nikke. Finishing very early today. Don't really have much else to do because well, actually there is one thing we could bring up. So recently the devs sent us a bunch of resources. According to them, this was in response to their this is a response to all the issues that happened during 2nd anniversary. Because remember, there were a lot of issues happening around the time that Old Tales was happening. It was Crown was bugged to hell. They had to take down Behemoth solo raid like 2 separate occasions and redeem people all the points that they were supposed to get. There was also a lot of like mixed feedback on the in the mirror minigame because some players thought that it was like too big and they didn't like that. It's like, dude, we're just trying to log in and do our dailies. Why are you making us play this like 4 to 5 hour game, right? And so there were some complaints about that, and so the devs released a let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, Nikke devs released a bunch of developer notes to communicate with players about how things went and what they want to change in the future and what we have to look forward to. Let's see. So first thing for the content update plan announcement is that Union Raid revamp is happening. Union Raid is one of the cooperative content modes that many commanders enjoy, showcasing intense competition, particularly among unions aiming for the top ranks. However, the current Union Raid system determines rankings based on how quickly the content is cleared, which has led to a significant reduction in strategic enjoyment. We also recognize this issue and deeply empathize with your concerns. To restore the core fun and essence of Union Raid, our development team is preparing the following improvements. So the first one is, Union Raid will be divided into normal and hard difficulty levels. Second is, unions that complete the normal difficulty will compete in the hard difficulty the next day. Third is, the hard difficulty will require higher level of strategic planning, emphasizing how efficiently commanders from each union allocate their Nikke units and collaborate. For anyone who doesn't know what Union Raid is, it is a mode that occasionally appears where you have to fight a series of 5 boss battles that are put on a rotation. So you fight 5 bosses, and then it goes back to the first boss. And every time it does that, the bosses get harder and harder. So the idea is supposed to be that you're supposed to like coordinate attacks with your union, your guild. And all of you have 3 attempts to attack per day. And you're supposed to like try to optimize that, right? Like, hey, maybe this player here should save their turn for a stronger difficulty because this boss is almost dead and only needs like a light tap before they're dead. It's like things like that, right? And also just the idea that players are specializing in different elements depending on who they have invested in. Like they're going to have different strengths and weaknesses, right? Like generally you want to leave like the stronger, harder bosses for the more experienced players in your union, and then you want to try to take out the easy ones if you can, or at least weaken them. Collaboration part is pretty goofy when there's 0 resources in the game that allow you to communicate with your union. I think there is a way to chat in your like union chat log, but yeah, I think most serious unions they all have discords and they have to communicate using a separate app, right? Collaboration, aka the strongest person kills 3 level 10 bosses for some reason. Senfertatsu Discord Nikke Guild. We already have one. We have one already. I feel bad when I ping people to do it though, because I shouldn't be doing it, you know? Like, dude, if you guys wanted to like help out in the Union Raid, you'd be doing so already. I shouldn't have to remind you, right? Like either you want our union to get more gems at the end of the season, or you don't care. But like I shouldn't be the one to tell you. I'm not gonna like police you on it, right? Like I feel like I pay way more attention to Union Raid than most people, so I don't feel like it's reasonable for me to expect like the same standards as everyone else, especially since we're just in like a casual union. I was actually thinking about joining a different union in the future because I definitely want to play with people that are more invested in the content. And I want to get bigger rewards and stuff as well. Leave Jiren to me. Whoever doesn't attack the Union Raid gets a 50 DKP minus. We got the 2 million social credit deduction. Hey, what's up, Odd God? Welcome in. Anyway, second page of the developer note says that this revamp is scheduled to be implemented at the end of December as part of the New Year update. Through these changes, we aim to bring deeper strategic elements and enjoyment to Union Raid. We sincerely hope this provides an exciting and rewarding experience for all commanders who enjoy participating in Union Raid. I already feel like this change is like going to be really controversial because a lot of people don't like Union Raid as it is, and I don't know if this is going to help it at all. Like, are they keeping the rewards the same? Or are they still going to reward people who have more invested units and more invested time in the game? Because there's still going to be that hierarchy then, right? It's like new players suffer, old players have no challenge whatsoever with the content because their accounts are old, right? Yeah, there's no way not to reward whales. Whales should be rewarded, if anything. It's just awkward for me to do Union Raid since by the time I get home for the day, it's probably already completed. I always feel bad when I have to use my team comps to clear lower level union stages. I always just wait and I try to like attack before reset. Because I know that at least in our union, I'm like one of the like top 30% players. I'm not in the top 10, I don't think, but definitely in the top 30% in terms of like clear strength. So I try to do what I can to save my shot for when it matters. But yeah, there's also a mode named Champion Arena that you guys might have seen in the game. It's kind of goofy because it's like been sitting here forever. You go to this page here and then you click Arena. At the very bottom, it's supposed to be Champion Arena. This has said unlock condition preparing for like the last 2 years or some shit. I don't know how long it's been there, but it's been there for a long time. It's getting a little too comfortable. There's a lot of dust accumulating on that part of the game. And we don't really know what... I don't know what Champion Arena is supposed to be. But Shift Up has kind of been delaying the release of it for whatever reason. Actually, they explain the reason right here. I'm going to read it. Champion Arena is content designed for top-ranked commanders in Special Arena, featuring a strategic system where players compete by utilizing 5 squads. We understand that many commanders who enjoy arena content have high expectations for this feature, and we are committed to delivering a highly polished and engaging experience. The development of Champion Arena has been completed, and dedicated server equipment has already been installed. However, during final testing, we identified a challenging issue where loading delays occur in specific countries. To ensure the stability of this content, we are currently conducting additional inspections of the dedicated server equipment to address this problem. We had initially planned to release this update within 2024, but unfortunately it has been delayed. We sincerely apologize for this and express our deepest regret. We're doing everything we can to ensure that you can enjoy the content in a stable environment. Kindly ask for your understanding and patience, commanders. So it's basically they're just improving the servers to make sure that it doesn't run like shit, which I think is a good reason to delay it. But it sounds like it's finished, and it sounds like also, according to them, it is designed for top-ranked commanders, which already makes this a mode that 95, 96, 97% of the player base is not going to care for, because it's gonna favor whales and people who dumped money into the game. Like, they're obviously going to have this huge advantage in PvP, and it's going to reward them even more for having those advantages, right? If this mode is going to have a reward. So I don't know. I personally don't know if we needed another PvP mode, to be honest. I think that 2 PvP modes were already pretty good. You know, you have your casual PvP mode here with Rookie Arena. Then you have the Special Arena, which has like definitely more stakes are involved since you're fighting for gems every 2 weeks. So I don't know if we really need a new one, but hey, more reward is more reward, right? I am on the side that actually benefits from this because I'm rank 1 in my PvP bracket. But who knows what'll happen when I get put into Champion Arena and have to fight other people who also are rank 1, right? I don't know how it's gonna work. Maybe it still pairs you with like a certain seed. I feel like there's seeding issues in PvP in general, and I'm surprised they haven't addressed that. They keep doing this thing where they will pair you up with people that created their account at the same time as you, but that's not necessarily the best way to seed your players. Because you end up with a lot of players like Metascoto, who took a long break from the game. Like, they stopped playing for like a year or half a year, and then they came back, but they're still being seeded in the same brackets where players around them have like never stopped playing, right? And so it kind of bricks their PvP. It fucks it up to the point where like they can't really make any... They can't collect any of the rewards that are being offered by no fault of their own, just because they decided to like take a break from the game. You know, I wish they would address that. There needs to be a better way to seed players, in my opinion. I am pretty well in my bracket. I'm like 20 levels ahead of most of players because I've been buying so much core dust. And even then I feel like I could still lose to like a good team comp, because the way PvP is designed is you just need to get 2 teams, right? You need to build 2 teams that can attack through someone's defense. And there's like no perfect defense. It doesn't exist. I think overpowering people by having higher combat power than them is the most stable PvP strat. That's the only way you can really ensure that you have like an advantage over everyone. Because the other alternative is just like, you set up your defense teams, but all defense teams have some form of weakness, right? Yeah, I get 3,000 every 2 weeks. I get 3,000 gems every 2 weeks. So I get 10 pulls every 2 weeks, basically. Is what happens because of the season rewards. Yeah, these rewards right here, right? Oh, sorry, season end rewards. Yeah, so it's actually not bad if you can make it even within, like, you know, the top 30. You still get pretty decent rewards. So I don't know what the red chips are. It's for the arena shop. Like, if you click it, it actually takes you there. Right? It's for this. So it's to get all the manufacturer arm stuff and skill manuals as well. But those are the grays. I think they get converted. I'm assuming they get converted at the end of this season. Like, they change your red chips to the gray ones. But I don't know. It did lead you to that menu, so I would just assume whatever resource they're giving is the one for that shop. Oh yeah, let me see here. Next page. Page number 3. See, alongside the Union Raid revamp, we aim to further enhance the gameplay experience of coordinated operation in 2025, making it more refined and enjoyable. So they're talking about co-op raid. They're talking about the mode that we just did. In addition, we plan to introduce new content, including the Champion Arena and surface-based content. Details about the content, or the 2025 content development plans, will be shared in the next developer's note, and we kindly ask for your support and anticipation. Furthermore, to prepare for the addition and revamp of various content, a convenience update is scheduled for January to streamline the simulation room, solo raid, and daily missions, ensuring that the gameplay experience does not become overly burdensome. We remain committed to listening to your valuable feedback and continuously improving to perform a comfortable and enjoyable gameplay environment for all commanders. Thanks for your continued support. So yeah, a lot of things here actually. The first is that they are planning to quote-unquote refine, and they're planning to make coordinated operation in 2025, making it more refined and enjoyable. Enhance the gameplay experience of it. I don't know what that means, but maybe it'll address some of the stuff that I was mentioning earlier about how co-op is kind of like a different gameplay mode that doesn't play anything like real Nikke. Also, they brought up the idea that dailies for certain players right now might be a little bit of a burden. So that's kind of interesting. Like I haven't played many gacha games, but I can tell you from everyone I've talked to, like Nikke dailies are a little more demanding on your time than most games dailies. Nikke dailies can take anywhere from like 15 minutes to an hour depending on your progression. It gets easier the longer you do it, right? But there's also these moments where you could get held up really bad on something like Tower, for example, right? Like if you're just trying to push like one specific gameplay mode, whether it's Tower or whether it's Simulation Room, like Overclock, you could be spending like an hour in that mode alone. And so, like in my opinion, I don't mind the way it is right now, but I can see them improving it for sure. For stuff like Simulation Room, for example, where it's like, there's no reason for me to have to do Simulation Room every single day and have to click all these buttons and having to like quick battle all of these levels. Like, just let me skip the whole thing in one go and just collect my reward, right? Or let me do Simulation Room once. Like once every 2 weeks and then not worry about it after that. I think that would be better, actually. Don't make it a daily thing. Make it like a bi-weekly thing that you can complete at your own pace. That way players, like depending on when they are able to play the game most, like they can just focus on that time, right? Yeah, I think that's like the best solution that they could do. See, Fako doesn't even have dailies. Grand Blue, I can unlock skips that make it take like 15 minutes total. Yeah, they need to make the content not daily and make it bi-weekly if they can. Like the window of time that you have to clear it and still get the same rewards. I also feel like the rewards for Simulation Room are not enough at the moment. Like we're not getting enough skill manuals or enough rocks from Interception either. Like it's so hard to farm resources. And it's RNG based ultimately, right? Yeah, we're just getting it dripped on us just slowly. It takes like a month and a half on average to fully invest in a unit, but they're releasing like 4 to 5 units within that time. Let's see, what does this say? Oh, this is an interesting one. Collaboration announcement. Over the past 2 years, as we've collaborated with various esteemed works, we've gained valuable insights while journeying alongside you, our commanders. Through surveys, we've identified a notable difference between the works that commanders like and those that they wish to see in collaboration with Nikke. Taking this into account, we are preparing future collaborations to better align with your preferences and deliver even greater satisfaction. However, collaborations typically require over a year of contractual agreements and preparation, involving highly complex procedures. Based on our experiences thus far, we aim to establish a more refined partnership framework and deliver even higher quality collaborations in the future. So this one's kind of like interesting in that if you look at all the past collab events for Nikke, we've had Chainsaw Man. That was the first one. And then actually I can bring it up. We can head over and look at it. Check out the Nikkipedia. And then abnormal units. So we had Chainsaw Man, we had Nier, we had ReZero, and then we had the latest one, Evangelion. All of these have also come with SR units, which is nice. And also gacha skins as well. So it's quite a lot of stuff that they've been giving to us. Unfortunately, it seems to be the case that all of these like collaborations have paled in comparison to the Nier one, right? Apparently the Evangelion collab was not a success for them. They've gone on record talking about this, and it's an interesting point of discussion because like I would look at some of the feedback from fans in the Discord or whatever, and everyone kind of has a different take on it. Some people feel like they provided too much at the same time, where there were like 3 Nikke units and they all had gacha skins, and Rei and Asuka had... Actually, all 3 of them actually had more than one gacha skin, right? Like, did Mari also have a... I know that Asuka had like 4 skins, including her default. Yeah, she had this, and then this one was free, so that's fine. I think this was the $20 one, and then this was the gacha skin, which could cost you up to like $50. And so you apply this to every character that they put in the Evangelion. I guess it was only Asuka. No, didn't Mari have one? No, okay, it was just Asuka. Asuka was the only one that had it, but these characters still had the battle passes as well, so... For some players, it felt like it was like too much. It's like we have to spend too much money to collect everything. And that's on top of worrying about our pulls, right? Like, look at the pulls I just did yesterday and how much gems that costed us. The average player probably didn't save up that many gems even as much as I did. And so they're missing out on these units forever, right? Yeah, I think I agree. The story for the Evangelion event wasn't strong. I think that that's a challenge no matter what kind of collab you do, though, because there are a lot of restrictions in what kind of story you can tell for a guest character. Guest characters have to be written in a way that does not, you know, hurt the image of the original IP and the original characters. And I remember in this event, like, Nikke characters actually bent the knee, right? Remember when they had the Evangelion event and they had the JK characters from Nikke? So like Ein, Zwei, and Rai were like pussies in that event. there was a part where they're fighting Ramiel, the angel, and then the Nikke characters decided to run away from battle. And I think a lot of that was because they had to. it was like someone had to take the hit, quote unquote, in the plot to basically copy the original story of Evangelion, which is, you know, Shinji doesn't want to battle. He's scared of battle. He wants to get away. And that's what happened to the Nikke characters, right? That's why collabs are so tricky. That's why I never want a Dragon Ball collab within its own medium. Yeah, there have been Dragon Ball collabs though. But usually it's pretty innocent because it's just like, hey, here's Dragon Ball and One Piece teaming up and everyone's so strong and there's no emotional stakes involved because they have like the strongest teams. Also, Art, what's up? Welcome, Art. Came right after Colorless? Yeah, exactly. I think that's why it came after Colorless too, though, right? Because those characters were extremely relevant in the Nikke story. They all had events that just happened. And so while it was fresh, it's like, yeah, let's use these characters in the Eva collab. Apparently the Nier collab had the best story. Like, from what I heard, it was voice acted, which I don't think any other collab event was. And also the story was, you know, it fit, right? Nier is a good fit for Nikke's universe because it's all about like fighting on the surface against robots, and it's got like a more depressing tone. A lot of existentialism happening between both these games. So I don't know if we'll ever top Nier. The only thing I could see topping Nier is if they bring Stellar Blade collab, which is supposed to happen. And that's probably the best chance we have. I like when collabs happen in a way that makes sense, right? Like, I was bringing it up earlier when I was chatting about it in our Discord, but I don't understand why people want collabs to begin with for their games, when more often than not, the characters that are being featured don't fit into the story of their universe at all. It's a much simpler reason, right? It's more like, oh, I just want to see Inugami Korone in my favorite game because I think it'll be funny. But like, you know, there's just this disconnect for me where I'm like, what does P5 Joker have anything to do with our game? Like, outside of him being popular, like, why is he here? It's like it's such a blatant advertisement strategy for tourists. It's advertising to people who don't even care about the game you play in an attempt to get them to play your game, is what it is. That's what collabs ultimately are, for the most part. Yeah, P5 Joker's here to kill the gacha game. He's here to signal the death knell of our game. Yeah, that's apparently a really funny curse that happens, is anytime Persona 5 collabs with any game, that game is destined to die within the next 2 years. Yeah, unless the point of the game is to have different collabs, which I think you could build the case that that's what Grand Blue does. Like, Grand Blue Fantasy, at this point, is known for its collabs, right? It has so many collabs from different IPs that I'm like, okay, yeah, go for it. Go crazy. But for Nikke, I don't know if that really applies. Nikke has to be really selective about its collabs because it can't afford to do them, right? Like we've just seen Evangelion have a collab, and Evangelion is a huge franchise with a lot of really old legacy fans. And even that had a lot of friction in the Nikke community. You'd have a lot of people who complained that Asuka, Rei, and Mari didn't look sexy enough. Like, that they didn't really fit in the Nikke image. And then that gets into this whole territory where it's like, what do Nikke fans really want anyway? Right? Because the game is catering to a lot of different preferences and tastes. And not everyone cares about the Gooner shit, but a lot of people really just want Nikke to be like a Gooner game, right? They want every character to be jiggly booty shooter girl. Which I don't think that's what it is, but some people want that, right? Half of Grand Blue's collab stories suck. The other half are pretty good. Nikke's collabs are just... Oh, the bullshit machine is at it again. Yeah, the D-Waves. What is it called? The fucking D-Waves? It's just the... Yeah, they have like a designated corner in the Nikke universe where people can drop in from other alternate dimensions. Just show up. And then they're like, well, how do we get you back home? What are we gonna do? DBD's all about the horror IP they collab with. Yeah, DBD is also another example of a game series that is known for its collabs now. Absolutely. It is part of the appeal of DBD. It's part of the appeal of Fortnite, right? When you play those games, you expect them to continue throwing collabs your way because it's like Smash Brothers. Grand Blue's just going with the Uma Musume collab story, like that was pretty funny. What is the Uma Musume collab story? Godzilla with the J's. Dude, the Godzilla model in Fortnite looks terrible. It's so wild. He has the long legs because he has to fit the standard proportions of an average Fortnite character. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I think that's a limitation that it's really hard to work around, right? Not my Godzilla. It's so funny. Godzilla with... It just looks like a guy in a suit. Which is, I guess, what Godzilla is supposed to be, but it's really blatant. Like, the proportions are all fucked up. I'd rather have a mode where I got to become Godzilla. Yeah! Maybe that should have been the play. It's just, you don't really have any other characters in Godzilla that you could use as like a skin. At least let us summon Godzilla. Oh, that would have been cool. I was watching the OG Godzilla, even on the big screen, and they sell it so well. Oh yeah? You're not even thinking it's a guy in a suit? That's interesting. I always get the suit imagery for like the TV shows for Godzilla. The tokusatsu ones where, you know, he'll have crossovers where he fights like Ultraman or some shit. It's funny to think about. So I need to pick up the original Godzilla for my collection. Do I have anything Godzilla related in my house? I feel like I should buy Shin Godzilla because that's like my favorite one, but I don't think I own it. The middle like 20 Godzilla films are mega hokey. Yeah, they are. Godzilla has a very, very cheesy history, but that's also why people like it, right? Definitely picking up -1. -1's good. It's messed up. My favorite shot is a mother telling her daughter it's gonna end very soon as Godzilla approaches. Yo, that's tight. It'll all be over soon. Oh, you haven't seen Shin Godzilla? Shin Godzilla is the most interesting one to me because it's fucking directed by Hideaki Anno, and so it's got those Evangelion isms in it. Like, it plays out like a standard Godzilla, and then something weird happens, right? That's what Evangelion is. It plays out like a standard mech series, and then something weird happens. It's very weird. And so I like that aspect of Shin Godzilla. I think it is really unique in its direction. Like, it's a little darker, while also having like a lot of satire and social commentary on Japanese government. I think it's on Prime, but I'm not sure. I know it's on YouTube for sure. I would say -1 for Godzilla is like the safest Godzilla film to watch right now, where it's very much a cinema film. Like, it is a movie you go to the theaters for, and you get what you paid for. You paid for the ticket, you get the Godzilla. Everything's pretty like formulaic, in my opinion. Like, it hits all the check marks of what a good Godzilla film is supposed to be. You know, personally, I found it was like almost like too predictable with some of its plot lines. I wish they did weirder stuff with it, but that's just the Shin Godzilla fan in me talking. Yeah, it's the crowd pleaser. You could suggest it to anyone. Who's y'all a Godzilla kaiju? Yeah, Botcher or Gigan for me? Dude, I love that part of Godzilla. Is all the monster versus stuff going on. That's why I show up to a Godzilla movie when I watch the American ones or whatever, is I just want to see kaijus fighting each other. The humans are like the least interesting aspect of Godzilla films for the most part. That's also another thing I like about Shin Godzilla, is the humans in Shin Godzilla do not suck. The humans in Shin Godzilla are like a bunch of nameless faces, like scientists and social workers and people in government who are trying to collaborate and work together to overcome a natural disaster, essentially, right? And it's never about them. They never turn the story into a direction where it's like what the American Godzilla films do, which is, oh man, I underwent a divorce and my child hates me, and also Godzilla's right there. I hate you, Godzilla. I hate you for what you did, but also, oh my god, my family, my daughter, my wife hates me. It's just like, dude, who gives a fuck about your family right now? There's a kaiju destroying Tokyo. Who gives a shit? It's just like get over yourself kind of thing, right? Like, I can't care about your problems right now in the midst of a fucking disaster happening outside your window. This is my least favorite part about American Godzilla films. It's so far up its own ass with the drama aspect. Yeah, like all the drama in Shin Godzilla, as far as humans go, is It's the drama that is occurring between the humans versus Godzilla. Right? It is the drama of them dealing with an incompetent government that was not well equipped to deal with this monster. It is that drama. It's the drama of having to make decisions when you have little time to make them. Like, oh no, we're trying to evacuate everyone, but there's like a child that's left behind. Do we call off the strike, right? That is what Shin Godzilla is about. Do we call off the strike that like we have in the small window where we could attack Godzilla? Or do we risk like murdering our own civilians, even if it's just one civilian? Like we don't want to do that, right? Hate the Godzilla Kong movies. They're fun for like the CG aspect, but like I feel like so much of their runtime is wasted on uninteresting plot lines. Something happened with the my conspiracy theory dad. Yeah. And there's Godzilla and it absolutely goes nowhere. Humans. I did like in the first American Godzilla, they actually held back on showing Godzilla until the very end. Well, not first, but first of the new trilogy. It's like 2018? It's pretty new. I can't believe we've gotten so many in that small amount of time. Did some things really well, like showing Godzilla's scale, setting him up as a natural disaster. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're a little disappointing. But anyway, back to Nikke. That is pretty much their plan in summary. They want to be more careful about which collabs they bring into the future. That's the gist of it. They also say, since your feedback plays a significant role in selecting collaboration projects, we sincerely encourage you to share your thoughts through surveys and various other channels. Your input is valuable to us. Next topic is regarding seasonal limited character reruns. We understand that many commanders are eagerly anticipating the rerun of seasonal limited characters from summer and winter. Here's an outline of our basic policy regarding seasonal character reruns. First rerun. Seasonal limited characters will have their first rerun 1 year after their initial release, during the same season. Subsequent reruns. We plan to provide additional opportunities to obtain these characters through continuous reruns. However, these reruns may take place during special events unrelated to the season. Details will be shared through announcements closer to the rerun dates. For those waiting for the reruns of Rupee Winter Shopper and Anne Miracle Fairy, we kindly ask for your patience just a little longer. Thank you. So this is really nice. I'm very optimistic about this change here, and I think it's a great topic. Whoa, why is my phone dead? Hang on. I have frozen on screen because apparently I'm out of phone battery. Give me 1 second. Plug? That's weird because I was definitely plugged in. Yeah, I'm out of juice. I'll have to bring in the temporary guns. What's a nice image we can use? Da-da-dun. Oh, this one. It's a me. From Picaro. put the fog on screen. I wish it had edges. It just kind of cuts off. But I don't know if I can pull it off. SSR Dal Tatsunical. Let's see here. We have oh yeah, so again, this is really cool because there's kind of been an issue with this year's winter collab in that they didn't bring back Anne or Rupee, and so a lot of players got into this huge panic and they're like, wait, are those units gone forever kind of thing? Like, what if I wanted to pull on them, right? Turns out they plan to bring those units back in the future at some point, but it may likely fall outside of winter. or at least outside of the current events, right? Which I think is good, because I think that it's really bad if they have too much going on at once. Like, imagine if they had 6 banners running at the same time. I don't think anyone would be happy about that. It's just like, the FOMO is going to happen no matter what, but you should try to minimize the amount of content you're dumping onto your players in a limited time frame. Can't wait for the Cursed Winter rerun banner. Just summer banners and Xan. Yeah. There's definitely a few characters that I want to pull eventually. I want to pull Xan for PvP. And if I have spare money, I want to pull the other characters just because I like them. But they're definitely a lot lower in my priority list now. Now that this news has been announced, like, limited units aren't going to be limited, like, to the point of not being able to get them anymore. I think that's great. Like, I was feeling a lot of pressure for this event to pull on Mika, because I was worried she might not be coming back next year. But now that I know that they're doing this, I'm like, I'm super chill. I'm not going to pull on Mika. See, my gotta collect them all instinct is mitigated by the fact I'm never getting collab characters. That's true. Yeah. Like, that is already a thing that you will never accomplish. You will never hit 100%, right? For as long as you play this game, the collab units will likely not be coming back. So it would be nice if there's a way to at least, like, collect dupes of characters in the shop. I think that would have been cool. Because it sucks that we have to, like, pull all the copies that we want of a specific character while their event is still running. And during that time, like, what if you don't have enough units, right? What if you don't have enough gems to get everyone you want? Like, it kind of sucks. You will never get your Core 7 Asuka because at that time, your options were to not pull on the other characters or to dump $500 into the game. Right? It's unreasonable. I'd gladly pay a little more for collab characters if they put them in the shop. Yeah, I just know with collab stuff, there's always a bit of, like, licensing issues, because they're basically buying out, like, a very specific time frame where they can advertise those characters on their front page. After that, it gets, like, really dicey with, like, legal stuff. Like, there's a lot of legal complications with collab units that end up restricting what they want to do. Yeah, so I don't know. This is definitely a step in the right direction, though. At least we'll be able to get winter and summer characters in the future. Another topic that I think is really interesting is reflecting on the 2nd anniversary update. The 2nd anniversary grand event, Old Tales, centered around the stories of Cinderella and Ave. Did you enjoy it, Commanders? We would like to share some sincere and perhaps slightly personal insights about the mindset our development team had while preparing for the 2nd anniversary update, as well as the areas we recognize needed improvement after its release. I think this one actually goes on to this page here. Since the launch of Goddess of Victory Nikke, we have been deeply grateful to receive far more love and support than we ever anticipated. While we have expressed our gratitude countless times through words and messages, they still cannot fully convey the depth of our appreciation. That is why our development and operations team are doing their utmost to bring you greater joy and memorable experiences. Whether it's projecting videos high up in the sky, or a simple gamer like me dancing somewhere, every effort we make is driven by our desire to express our heartfelt gratitude in any way we can. This sentiment extends to the in-game experience as well. We always want to express our gratitude and deliver the highest quality content to you. However, with each anniversary event, this desire often brings the pressure of creating something even better and more substantial than before. We thought we had to make the first anniversary better than the half anniversary, the 1.5 anniversary better than the first, and the second anniversary better than the 1.5 anniversary. However, this mindset led us to take on too much for the second anniversary, resulting in a workload that became overwhelming. Consequently, various issues arose, including Cinderella's shooting mechanics not aligning well with their core design, bugs with the pause function, and convenience issues in the minigames. It is my responsibility to appropriately plan the development workload and schedule to ensure a stable environment for the issues that arose. I sincerely apologize. In particular, we were able to identify the accounts that exploited the pause function bug, which regrettably prevented us from taking appropriate action. As a result, we had no choice but to reset the solo raid season. Sincerely apologize again for this matter. Additionally, we will strive to ensure that future minigames are designed with greater consideration for the mobile gaming environment, including more suitable genres and enhanced convenience features. As a token of our apology and our gratitude for your continued love and support of Goddess of Victory Nikke in 2024, we prepared a small gift including 1,000 gems, 5 advanced recruitment vouchers. Check your mailbox to claim them. In 2025, we will continue to grow and improve to provide you an even better experience. We kindly ask for your unwavering support and interest, and we hope you have a warm and joyful year-end. Goddess of Victory Nikke developer team and operations team. Yeah, so there's a lot there, right? A lot was brought up in the second anniversary topic. So we have, we can break these down individually. We had the Behemoth solo raid fucking up and them having to reset the raid on 2 occasions. I don't think anyone was necessarily mad about that though, because they gave us free resources at the end of the day. Like, it was a good thing. The only annoying thing was for like the sweaty players who might have lost their top rank for like a small window of time. But honestly, I think we came out winning for that solo raid reset. I think it was a big W for everyone. Shift ups L turned into RW. Hey, what's up, Trip? Welcome in. Yeah, happy Friday. This is Saturday. It is definitely weekend territory now. The other thing is this idea that they had to one-up themselves every anniversary. It's like, hey, 1.5 anniversary was good, but we got to get better than that, right? It's like we got to make sure every anniversary we do is better than the last, and that's kind of like not realistic. And it led to possibly them being kind of burnt out, right? They had like little things that they did too, where I think you can probably question on whether or not it was worth it or not, money-wise. They sent a satellite into space, chat. I don't know if you realize this. There was I'm gonna pull it up. For Old Tales, there was a point in time when they sent a fucking satellite into space to act as a real camera and transmit messages from space to us. This was a thing. This is real footage. Yeah, videos taken by a real satellite.
Hello, Prince.
While the sound is
Can
added
you
later
see
on.
My beautiful self? It may seem hard to believe, but I'm in outer space right now. There, amongst the stars.
I don't know if everyone realized this was actually in space. This is our planet, by the way. Hi. We're down there.
I will definitely emerge victorious.
No, it's not photoshopped. This is it's real footage. Right? It's like no one noticed. It is something they did that they did not need to do, but it's kind of insane. Absolute waste of money. But that's what they're talking about, right? They're like, maybe we went too ham. Maybe we loved you guys a little too much and wanted to make you happier to like an unrealistic standard, right? This would be like your hubby, your significant other, getting you like a rock from space, or like buying a planet and naming it after you. Right? It's the equivalent of that. It's like, hey honey, I just spent $30,000. You now have a star in the fucking XX solar system. Yeah, this is a commercial satellite, so it's not like they, you know. It's just funny. I think it's such an underappreciated thing that they did, right? Yeah, the last match is about Marion. I saw that too. It's all about her, man. Nikke to me is all about Marion. She is the core of the story. I was bought a star before? I don't remember which one. I even asked why. They were like, so this one star that's out there has your name on it. Yeah, I remember when that started being a thing. When they started selling stars and people started buying stars. It's really funny. It's like, do I really care that something's named after? It's like the fucking NFT of space. It is the NFT of space. This is my star. I bought this star. It is a space NFT, dude. It's so funny. Yeah, excuse me while I give shift up more of my money. How deep are you, super dude? Out of curiosity, if you're comfortable sharing this information, how much money have you spent on Nikke? Because I've logged my amount of money spent. I have been keeping track of how much money I've spent on Nikke. It's getting higher and higher. The only thing I thought was somewhat cool was the first rover had my name engraved on it like a chip, which still doesn't matter. Oh, $30 is pretty cheap. You bought a star for $30? Shit, I need to buy myself a star. I know we were making fun of stars just now, but $30, Jesus. $30 is insane. That's a steal. Whole fucking star. Imagine if your star had life in that solar system, and you had to tell them how this is this is your solar system. $70 is pretty little. Wow. You're a conservative commander, conservative spender. Just wait till we explore the galaxy. I will copyright that star so hard. Gotta invest in stars. The resale value is gonna be huge. That is true. Knowing humanity, they're gonna make a big deal out of that shit in the future. Humans are stupid and will absolutely compete and spend money on stars. Almost all the stars we see are dead in time relatively. It's like sadly meaningless. It's kind of depressing. There's a bit of a dark beauty in it, right? From light years and light years away. My great uncle bought that star. This is a legal binding contract. Anyway, the other thing that was brought up as far as second anniversary goes was the In the Mirror minigame. In the Mirror was a controversial minigame that not everyone appreciated. I liked it a lot. I also understand that I am liking it from a position of, hey, you put this in a gacha game, and I think that's impressive, right? That is the angle that I am judging the game from. Like, I'm being pretty fair about it. However, I also understand this was a minigame that was a lot. It was a 45-hour minigame. Like, it's basically a short game that you could buy on Steam for like $5. If they wanted to sell it that way, that's pretty much how much it would cost. It took a lot out of players to do this daily. Apparently it sucked to play on phones. But if you look at it as like a gacha product, you're like, this is really good. And then you look at it as a game, and it's like, this is kind of average, right? Like, it's somewhere in this weird in-between zone where if this existed as a real game that you paid and bought money for, it would not be a good Metroidvania. However, in the context of Nikke, it is a great Metroidvania that they did not need to go this hard on. And so it's the same idea as what they are talking about, right? Like, this is wasted money, if we're being real. This is like so much effort for a fan base that doesn't deserve it. Quit being nice to us, Shift Up. No one gives a shit about your gifts. They just want gems and free skill manuals and more booty jiggle waifus. Like none of this like sentimental shit really matters to most players. That said, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about In the Mirror is if they ever bring back In the Mirror, or once they eventually do, and it gets added to your arcade, I don't think anyone can deny how much of an undertaking this game was, right? The fact that you have this 4-hour gaming experience within your gacha game that you play for free is insane. And ultimately, I think people will come to warm up to In the Mirror over time, but I think that the reason people are hostile towards it is the fact that it was tied to dailies, and it was tied to having to log in every day and play it mandatory, right? Like, you have to play it or else you're missing out on rewards. Like, if you just let players play stuff at their own pace and clear events and weeklies at their own pace, it's like a lot better than pointing a gun at them and forcing them to do dailies like, log in, bastard. Log in, you little shit. It's daily time, right? So that's my 2 cents on it, is what I'll say about In the Mirror. Yeah, it's such a strong minigame narratively too. Like, it actually ties into the main story, and also there's like zones in the game that you couldn't even access until you played the story. Like, it was very much intended to be experienced side by side with the Old Tales plot. Have I tried a VR and what do I think of it? Actually, I haven't tried VR a ton outside of like demoing it at like cons and stuff. I think it's got potential though. The only problem is I feel like it's hard to make the jump. Like, a lot of people are already happy with how gaming currently is, and it doesn't leave a ton of room for people jumping into VR to like grow that industry. But I do feel like VR has a lot of potential. I'm curious to see where it'll go in like the next like decade, if it'll go anywhere at all. People got more hyped up for the truck with the Doros, to be honest. The truck of the Doros. Tried VR at a friend's house for like 2 hours straight and then took the headset off and was like, yeah, doesn't it make you like super dizzy? Because it fucks up your sense of like your sense of balance and stuff, right? Until VR becomes accessible and won't even blow up, like how smartphones did. Yeah, like maybe if VR was like more of a mandatory household thing eventually, then it would pop off. But right now it's like a luxury item, right? It's something you absolutely don't need, and even if you do get it, it's kind of like a niche thing. There's only so much you can do with it at the moment. Like porn. VR porn is a thing. Resident Evil, yeah. Resident Evil in VR looks pretty sick. I've seen some pretty awesome videos of people punching the shit out of the zombies with their bare hands. The big issue is with VR, it doesn't look cool or slick at all. There's that one picture of the kid on the cover of the VR magazine. Was it Time? Or it's just like, it looks super dorky, right? Yeah, this is Time magazine. This picture is legendary. This is the image of VR, right? The surprising joy of virtual reality and why it's about to change the world. And it's just like, what's going on? What's happening? Got to try Ace Combat 7 VR and that was so sick, but I wouldn't shell out for a PS5 and VR headset. Maybe if gaming consoles came with VR, which will never happen because they'll always make us buy it separately. But what if it came with a headset? It's like, here's your VR. We included it for free. It's a deal, right? This one image did so much damage to the future of VR. They were fools. Buffoons. Why'd they give him the dark pit too? Pushing the $1,000 PS5 that comes with VR. Yeah, it was my idea. Listen, we understand that our product is in a higher price range compared to other consoles around the market. However, we did include VR. And I think you'll agree that it's a steal. Give it like 5 years and the technology will finally be there to grab a bigger audience, calling it now. Yeah, honestly, I believe that. I think the kickoff hasn't happened yet. We're still in the earlier stages of like trying to convert people to trying VR. But, you know, there's a lot of things that have set that back, right? Like we just underwent a fucking global pandemic. I don't think anyone's rushing to the store to fucking spend money on VR when they don't even have like a stable job. Like the whole entertainment industry in general has actually taken a pretty big hit over the pandemic. And so as we're recovering from that, it'll start to stabilize, but yeah, like people have to prioritize things, right? It's hard to make VR cheap too. Resolution is so important, otherwise it looks like ass and it's right in front of your eyeballs. Yeah, it's like an expensive piece of equipment. And even now, there's like so many different VR headsets you could buy, but there's not a definitive VR headset that you could recommend for everyone at every like price range. Like they kind of have to pick and choose and research which one fits their needs the best. Hard to hype investors into it. Tons of motion sickness problems, small game library. So many groups you have to get on board. Yeah, I wonder if we'll ever even be able to solve the problem of motion sickness in VR. That seems like a pretty difficult hurdle to overcome. How do you design around that? I know some games will have like some kind of like dot or like circle in the middle of the screen so that your eyes can stare at it and it serves as like a stabilizer for your vision, right? Like it kind of grounds you to make it so you're less likely to be dizzy. But I think the way VR is now, like everyone's gonna get dizzy no matter what after they play for like an hour or two. I will say it requires diving into. If you just play the base games or simple AR, VR stuff, it's still pretty niche. But you can find great stuff that you can immerse yourself into for hundreds of hours. But not many people are willing to, which again is understandable. Quake 3 is the best bang for your buck. I find VR chat pretty interesting. VR chat is fascinating to me because there are a lot of people who live on VR chat more than they live in the real world. And like, I think that's kind of where the future might be headed, right? It's like the Ready Player One universe that people have written about in sci-fi, where the real world sucks and it's like a nuclear wasteland, but at least we can escape into this VR world where we can be anyone we want to be. Like we can be a cute anime girl or a handsome Devil May Cry protagonist. Like, the sky's the limit in VR, right? Gotta get the Game Sphere. Has you on a treadmill and you can actually move. Yeah, the Game Sphere. Add a smell. I know we have touch and sight and all the we have certain senses already being used, but when are we gonna get smell? I want to smell things in my video games. Not really. I don't really want that. But maybe that's something that's going to happen in the future. I think it's already a thing, right? Smell-based gaming is already a thing. It's just no one's buying it. Yeah, the VR scratch and sniff. Motion sickness is honestly one of those things I don't think we can get over. Thank our brain, which is like sea legs. The more you try it, the longer you can withhold it. At first, I could only play for 15 minutes. Now I can play for hours. It is rewiring your brain. I remember I've never been the type to get dizzy playing games. Like I can keep up with FPS games quite easily. But the first time I played Portal 1, or it might have been Portal 2 actually, it fucked me up. Just like the disorientation of teleporting through different portals and not knowing what's the ceiling or the ground and warping around constantly like really messed me up. I got so sick playing Portal. I had to like lie down in bed and it felt like I was gonna throw up. When's Nikke in VR? Probably in the works. If they got money to spend on a satellite, they got money to spend on pushing VR. Yeah, you're right. You're the commander right behind them. You can see them jiggle their booties right in front of you. And then you can like crawl up and sniff Rappy's ass as she's shooting off the raptures to protect your life. Like, ah, yes, Rappy. You're doing great. Keep it up. See, VR chat's fascinating because so many people enjoy it without the VR part. Just becomes a social platform. Yeah, it's like Second Life, right? Second Life was also popular for the same reason as VR chat, I feel. It's a way to escape from reality and live a second life. It'll be like surrogates, but without the sex. Nah, VR sex is gonna pop off too. I guarantee it. VR sex technology, dude, is like untapped market. They're gonna find a way to allow you to experience the pleasure of sex despite not being in a real, in a physical environment, right? The fleshlight is not enough. I need a dedicated sex machine. Dun, dun. See, getting dizzy playing games is a frame rate thing with me now, which honestly, 144 hertz monitor was a trap. I barely noticed the upgrade, but now I notice when I go back to lower. Yeah, I could see that. It's like your standards have changed on what's acceptable. Remember that one game we played, Spirits Mirror Digital Possess? Yeah, that one fucked me up too. It was because there was that one pukey world. Yeah, the puke world. It was like this really green world that had like a low horizon point that kept like shifting. So yeah, I got so sick on stream trying to traverse through it. First person games will fuck you up the most. Like VR is gonna fuck you up the most. It's like all the first person stuff. I honestly think some people just can't play VR, period. I put the headset on a friend to try to stand still. Try a standstill game and within 30 seconds they want to puke. Yeah, I can totally see that. Everyone's gonna be built different, right? A knee stinky butt. Stimky. Shmup games did that to me. Get dizzy after a while. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if it's like a bullet hell. All the bullets just kind of merge into this like light show that's making you dizzy. VR sex looks like giants. Learned from a friend. Giant VR sex. Didn't Club Penguin shut down? I'm not sure. I've never actually tried Club Penguin. I just see memes about it. The meme lives on. It did shut down. They actually have a machine set for VR in Japan ahead of the curve. Yeah, that's Japan. They won't miss an opportunity. Low FLV will fuck me up too. Luckily, most games I can set it higher. Did a Mario Kart VR game, which was so fun, but it messed me up so hard. Yeah, it's interesting to think about. Anyway, I don't even know when we jumped on VR as a topic, but yeah, it's pretty much what the devs had to say about Nikke. So they're going to be a little more considerate in the future with their minigames, which I'm kind of sad about because I want them to know it's not the minigame's fault. It's the fact that they try to tie the minigame to dailies, right? Like, I think the minigame is great. I hope they can continue making minigames on that kind of scale if they want to. Nah, dude, nah. In the Mirror, so it fucks. In the Mirror is really impressive for a mobile game. I'm telling you, like, remove the dailies from the equation, and it's actually like a pretty decent game. And again, I'm judging it from the perspective of a gacha game. Like, you're getting this for free. They did not have to go this hard. Like, all the stuff you're mentioning, Animal Farm, they could patch in. Let's put it that way. There's nothing that you're mentioning, like traversal points, like even skill upgrades. Like, they could always patch that in, and they have patched previous minigames. It's not an unfixable issue. The minigame is not at fault. Like, it's fine. That's what I feel, Synapse. Yeah. No, you know, I think what it was is that they're on a timer, dude. They have to, like, I am assuming, outsource this minigame for someone to make it, and then they're squeezing this in between all their other second anniversary plans, which include a live stream, a satellite in space, voice actor interviews, voice actor collabs and meet and greets, pop-up events throughout various parts of the world. Like, consider that, right? There's a lot of advertising that goes on social media as well. Because they have to think about, like, Twitter, Facebook, fucking Discord, YouTube. All those random Nikke ads you see on YouTube, that's them paying for people to advertise the game, right? Every time the game pops up, when you're scrolling through your video player, driving your car, and you see a 5-second ad for Genshin Impact or whatever, like, someone's paying for that. That's a lot of money, a lot of planning. You're right that all those things I listed were fixable, but also that's how they decided to release it, and all the cons outweigh the good to me. Yeah, I'm speaking long-term, Animal Farm. I think that people are viewing In the Mirror's minigame in a very, like, small tunnel, right? But if you look at what we actually got in the context of a gacha game, I'm not going to repeat myself after this because I've said it like a million times, but in the context of a gacha game, like, it is really, they went far and beyond more than what they needed to. Also, hey, Mad, got hooked on playing a One Piece CCG. I'm sorry, new set's amazing. Yeah, we were just we wrapped up the story 1 for Ice Dragon Saga today, and that went by pretty quickly because I only had like 2 chapters to do. And then we caught up on doing the reading the patch or developer notes for Nikke. Yeah, honestly, I don't think they will. I just think it's cool that they did, that we crossed the line at one point, right?
Hello.
I don't think Nikke is lying when it says, when the devs are talking about how they're always trying to go bigger and better, and that they, like, are trying to keep their fans happy. I think they are trying to keep people happy. I just think they lose sight of the scope sometimes, right? Like, they basically approach the players with this, like, giant game, and it's like, hey, you like this game, right? You're gonna play this game? We made it for you. And then players like, I don't know, I'm juggling like 5 other gacha games. They're like, no, but you're gonna play In the Mirror, right? Wait, look, we tied dailies to it, so if you play it, you're gonna get all the stuff every single day you play it. It's gonna be great, right? We're so nice. We're so nice to you. We love you so much. And then the player's like, no, I don't want it. I don't think it's bad they tried something big. I just think the execution is rocky. Yeah, it's 100% rocky. They launched the mirror like it was one of those minigames like the Soda ones. It wasn't the same at all. Yeah, exactly. Even the dailies took a while, right? It's like login to kill like X number of raptures. Still, like, was a little demanding compared to I would say it's on the same level of Dave the Diver as far as dailies go. I think Dave the Diver might have took longer. If anything. Dave the Diver took longer, but I think completing in the mirror to completion, getting all the achievements and stuff, is the longest minigame we've had in Nikke. Fuck the Dave the Diver minigame. It was fun like twice. I think it was like it was just too much to do every day. And it was a different kind of too much compared to In the Mirror. Because at least In the Mirror was part of a larger story progression. Dave the Diver was really a 10-minute game that they decided to stretch out and have you repeat the same actions for the entire event. Like, it got so repetitive. There were no boss fights. There was no progression outside of like sushi upgrades. It's just kind of boring, and it's like it's a very small part of why people like Dave the Diver in the first place. Like, if you look at actual Dave the Diver, they fit in so many more minigames and so much more like story content. It was like a cheap imitation or like a demo of Dave the Diver. For me, In the Mirror stuff sucked because it was ass on mobile, and that's where I did it the most. I feel like most of the minigames suck on mobile. Like, even the latest minigame with the Ice Dragon Saga one, like, I don't think it plays that well on mobile compared to playing on a keyboard. But that's like to be expected. I tried it the other day, and I was like, it's so much harder to move around. Because you have to like actually drag your finger towards a certain direction, right? I mean, that's, you could say the same with Nikke in general though. Like, mobile Nikke will never surpass PC Nikke. They're completely different games. One of them is garbage, and I refuse to play on them outside of doing auto battles, right? Outside of doing quick battles and auto battles, I refuse to play Nikke on mobile. It's so terrible. Crossy Chicken! No, it's not Frogger, it's Crossy Chicken from now on. Haven't even installed Nikke on my phone? Damn! I at least install it to do, like, if I'm out in public and I'm like waiting in a line or something, or if I'm at like jury duty, at least I'll have something to do. It means by the time I get home, I'll optimize my time a little better. Like, I won't have as many dailies to get through. Nikke needs to be on the phone. How am I supposed to play Crossy Nikke? I wonder what minigame they're gonna do next. I think a fighting game minigame would be cool. That's like, they're gonna run out of genres eventually, and so they're gonna have to hit up every single genre, and fighting games are still on the board. Given infinite time, the Nikke fighting minigame is inevitable. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How else will that work on mobile? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll worry about mobile players later. Isn't there a Skullgirls mobile? And isn't that also a fighting game? You just do like combos by clicking the screen a bunch of times. There's also the King of Fighters All-Star game, which is basically like a beat 'em up. Maybe they'll do a beat 'em up. I think that's doable. It's not as complex as a fighting game, but it's something that you could play on mobile. Yeah, beat 'em up seems very doable. You beat up the Raptors with Lillyweiss. Dude, that'd be tight. That might be the play. You gotta find some characters that actually use their hands. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. Also, are we good here? Wow! Where am I? Where is me? I'm back. Beat 'em up might be the middle ground. KF All-Star was a dangerous game because putting Angel in a mummy outfit was a power move. I actually got that version of Angel before I even pulled regular Angel. I was pretty happy about it. Mummy Angel Peak will never appear again. that game's getting shut down and I don't see it coming back anytime soon. Oh man, my gems took a number yesterday, but I still feel like I have more gems than half of you guys. Like, what's everyone's gem count right now? Because I might have had more than you going into this event. You do, you filthy whale? I think the whaling stuff gives me gems for sure, but it's not giving me like as much as you think it does. Most of my gems are just saved from me being lucky and doing single pulls and shit and doing stuff like fucking Gift Factory and Barbecue Master to squeeze out everything I can. Like I'm way more. It's more me doing the work saving gems than it is me whaling. I have to be so careful about when I spend. I don't spend on any banners unless they're like meta, or at least like something that is like limited. Yeah, I'm not a 170 roller like you. Filthy 170 roller. Yeah, like I've been seeing Super Dude pull, and I'm like, dude, Super Dude, what the fuck are you pulling for? Maiden and Guillotine aren't even on the banner yet. You know what I mean? I was like, what are you doing? Doing 10 pulls? Or maybe it's just been doing social pulls though. If it's a social pull or a blue ticket pull, then absolutely go ahead and do your 10s, but I wouldn't like do a 10 pull on Flora banner unless you really liked Flora. Cause here's the here's the win scenario. The win scenario is that you pull Flora and then you don't even use her because there's not a team for her yet. Right? If it's a standard unit, just wait and get them through this, is my opinion. I haven't gotten Romani yet, and I would say for me, Romani is actually like really important because she's a strong PvP unit. She's one of those characters that builds the most meter in PvP, right? But I'm not gonna like go out of my way to do that when I know that a Pilgrim banner's on the way. There's also stuff like knowing when to use your gold mileage tickets, like these. My word of advice for this is you should never spend this on anything that isn't a Pilgrim. Like, honestly. Unless it's a Pilgrim or perhaps a limited unit and you're running out of time on the banner, I don't think it's worth using gold mileage tickets. Those Pilgrim pull rates are a lot harder, right? These are 1% compared to the usual 2%. And all the other units you can usually get through other means. My Timmy demanded I make a true damage team. Yeah. Honestly, even I don't mess around with teams often, like team building, because the investment sets you back so far. If I had decided to invest in the incorrect unit, like let's say I just liked Crow. I'm a day one player, I really like Crow. And I rolled Crow at the same time as like Red Hood. And I was like, yeah, I like Crow more than Red Hood. I'm gonna invest in Crow, right? That's gonna set me back a considerable amount. Right? Actually not even, because Red Hood fucks. Maybe Alice. Maybe Alice versus Crow is a more fair argument. Because Alice is like high investment, high return, right? Have our core 7 and everything. The Crow lover? The one guy who has Soldier OW as their strongest unit? Yeah, that shit's insane. that shit's crazy. How much money was that? Number 1 Crow lover. I finally rolled Crow yesterday, so I'm happy to finally get into her story. Figure out what makes her tick more. I want to unroll her. It felt good yesterday fitting Crow into the synchro device. Because there was always the spot for her right here. It's like this small empty spot. And I'm like, yes, there you go. You belong right there. Yeah, I'm still trying to organize this thing. I saw an Arya cosplay on Twitter. It looked amazing. She had the black skin and everything. And then I realized that non-Nikke players non-Nikke players who are scrolling the timeline probably would get jump scared at first. They're like, is that blackface? is that blackface? Yeah, Arya, man. They should do something of Arya. Arya and Julia need like an event together, like both the loser musician Nikkes that no one likes. I need to slot in Ludmilla and Maiden into the synchro. I don't know where to put them. What do you guys think? Where do they possibly go? I'd have to create another row in between Evangelion and Absolute, right? It's hard, man. I'm working within limitations. It's difficult. The gamer girl line. So like Axia, Trony, Maiden, and Eleg. And then Maiden would have the extra one, right? Yeah, maybe. Maybe the gamer girl line could become a thing. The D-Arc. Did you do that event yet? There's an event that just came out on the archives called a D-Arc Hero, or Dark Hero. This one. Yeah, the gamer girls. This event was okay. It's mostly like focusing on Eleg and Trony. Let me see here. How long have we been streaming? We could stop stream here. Like I was debating playing Prince of Persia, but I think we could save that for tomorrow. Yeah, because I do want to jump back into that. I'm pretty excited to try it out some more. Need more Eleg events? She's a good egg. She's such a good character in the story. I really like the Crystal Region arc because of her. Like getting to spend time with her, and also like she kind of has like a big plot implication in the stuff that she says regarding the arc. And it's fascinating. I'm like, oh shit, right? Like this is huge. She's introducing a concept that I don't think anyone's ready for. Close to the end of chapter 32, need more power. Yeah, dude. I think chapter 32 is probably the biggest wall out of any boss. It's pretty crazy, like how difficult it is to beat Mirror Container. Because you have to have a lot of things line up. You need the correct units, you need invested units that are electric, and you also need enough combat power. You guys ever wonder what powers the arc? Anyway, what are we doing? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, oh well. Let me see who's online right now. Ayo, Ellie's online. Is Ellie gonna stay up and play games? Because isn't it pretty late for her? I'm gonna give Ellie a young raid. Yeah, a lot of people have been playing Marvel Rivals actually. I haven't been able to jump on it because I've been doing Nikke stuff. But maybe if we have time over the weekend, maybe we can check it out. I'm already a couple days behind. I've been caught up with Nikke and also Girls Frontline 2. But I think I'm gonna drop Girls Frontline 2, guys. I've been really patient with it. I've been giving it the fairest shake of all fair shakes. Because remember when we streamed it and I was like, you know, the story's not really good yet. I stuck around and I waited for it to get better. And it did get better. I still don't think it's good enough for me to like continue playing the game. I do like the gameplay a lot. I think the gameplay is potentially superior to Nikke, like I've mentioned before, but I don't know if that's enough. And it's made me appreciate like good story in a game. I think story can carry you so far. More than a fair shake. Yeah, probably no more of that. Anyway, guys, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll also be working tomorrow, so that's gonna happen. I gotta get to bed. But yeah, enjoy Ellie's stream. They are currently streaming Marvel Rivals. Enjoy your time there. Peace out. See ya.